All right, so today we are going to learn how to summarize what a speaker says and identify different details from the speech that they give. And so we did a little bit of this when we watched our oratoricals in class. So we're going to look at something similar here. This is a 10-year-old with a pretty cool speech. And what I want you to do is think about these things. How can you summarize this kindness speech and provide evidence? So we're going to find three main points that she says, and where in the video do you have evidence that says that's a big idea, that's a main idea. And so right now we're just going to watch it, and then we'll talk through that idea of what's most important here as far as summarizing. Incredible.
Henry James, an American writer, once said, "Three things in human life are important. The first, to be kind. The second, to be kind. And the third, yes, to be kind." I share these words with you because they explain my one wish for America. Anyone can wish. I can easily wish for that A+ on my spelling test. But if I don't do the work, I can't get the A. I can wish for America to find a cure for cancer. And I can also wish for peace. But I'm only 10. I would love to do these things, but I can't. Well, maybe someday I can. But for now, there are things that I can do. And one of them is to be kind. Bullying is when a person hurts another person by saying mean words or using actions to physically hurt someone else. There are words for these types of bullying: emotional bullying, physical bullying, and cyberbullying. Did you know 1 out of 10 students drop out of school because of repeated bullying? And that 3.2 million students each year are victims of bullying. This is so sad. But you know what? We can all change this, but only if we can all be kind. There are little things that we can all do. We can all be kind. Anybody can be kind to anyone. You can be kind to, well, not just your best friend, not just your neighbor, but a total stranger. All you have to do to be kind, just smile. That's it. Kindness is simple. You could smile at someone at a store. That could make their day. And chances are, they'll smile back. That could make you feel good too. Kindness can change someone's life. For example, if there's a student walking around with no one at recess, they could get teased. They could get bullied for having no friends. They could turn out to be one of the victims of bullying who drop out of school. But think, the next time you see that person, you go and talk to them. So they don't get teased. So they don't drop out of school. So they have a happy life. Kindness is amazing. My teacher was reading a book to my class called Wonder by R.J. Palacio. This book is about a boy who has a disfigured face, and he is bullied because of it. When given the choice between being right or being kind, choose kind, is what his teacher said once. So let's go and do something. Tomorrow, just maybe, you'll see someone and you'll smile. But why wait until tomorrow? Be kind today, and I mean right now, right this second. So do you think that we can make a difference? I do, and I know that we can make a difference together. I know it.
All right, so pretty amazing speech here. What I want us to think about is if we had to summarize what someone says, a speech, trying to pick out the main points. Think through here, what at the beginning, middle, and end was she focusing on? All right, so maybe you have a few ideas here. The heart of what she was saying, um, here's three main points, and then you'll see evidences here. I don't think there's not a time here. This was at the beginning, though, um, where you see these in parentheses are the times of the speech. And so her main point is we all need to show kindness. One of the quotes she said is, there are things that I can do. She's talking of herself today. One of them is to be kind. And then later on, she says at the 2 minute 16 mark, actually anyone can be kind. And she talks about that. And so overall, she and all of us in the audience need to show kindness, she said. She also talked about bullying, that this was a big part of what she said is how other people feel and how we have the power to make people feel happy or sad. And so the idea that bullying has a huge impact. And so she gives some information related to this. 1 out of 10 students drops out of school because of bullying at the 1 minute and 30-second mark. And then 2 minutes and 50 seconds in, she talks about different types and examples of bullying. So her focus here, as far as examples, is related to people getting bullied and what we can do about it. And so that wraps up at the end with the different ways that we can show kindness. And so she gives a couple easy examples of smiling to make someone's day at the 2:30 mark. And then when you see someone that's alone by themselves, just go over and talk to them. And she talked about this. She gave a few more ideas. But overall, if we had to sum up, you know, just putting these things together, and we have evidence here because she spoke of it, we all need to show kindness. One thing that's important to think about is a lot of people are bullied, and we have the ability to help them feel better about themselves. And so there's different ways that we can show kindness. And so to be able to take that video and shrink it down into the most important parts is really how you would summarize something that someone said. Just shifting, because that'll relate to some of the things you're going to do this week with summarizing, but I'm also going to think about how can we summarize the information that we have gathered on our civil rights movement person that we chosen, the leader. And so think about your research, think about your reading, think about the slides and the final draft that you wrote. And this week we are going to try to do one more thing related to this person. You're going to work on creating some sort of artifact, some sort of thing that goes along with your informational writing that we turned in. You should have turned in last week on Friday. The audience is your classmates. And the purpose is just to briefly introduce this person that you studied and researched. So you should create an artifact away from the computer. You may not use technology for this, other than you're going to snap a picture of whatever your little project is and submit it to me so I can see, or we'll do a Flipgrid. We'll kind of see that at the end of the week, what the best way to do. And so your audience is your classmates, so you could create a little flyer, a brochure, a cartoon, really a poster, anything, like I said, that is handmade, written, not typed on the computer. We're not doing slides. We're not doing anything related to technology here. Trying to get a pencil, paper, crayons, markers in your hand. You should be drawing and writing, not using technology for this. And so I want you to brainstorm a way that you could tell just the main important parts of their life. It doesn't have to be jam-packed with information, but you're taking your writing piece, your final draft, and summarizing that by choosing the most important points and putting that on something that you create. Like I said, a poster, some sort of folding brochure or handout, a pamphlet, a cartoon that you do about this person. And so brainstorm, and then you will, this week, I want you to today brainstorm, think of some ideas, and even start to get going. But you'll have the full week to do this, and Friday it'll be due. So think about this kindness speech. Turn to your learning coach and see if you could summarize what she said. To practice summarizing, and then begin working on your informational writing artifact. And I want you to actually, in It's Learning, message me and let me know what you decide you are making. It doesn't have to be extremely in-depth and detailed, but you have the week to do it. And so you want to get the important points about your person and then just quickly message me so I can write down what your plan is. You guys are awesome. Can't wait to see what you come up with. You're super creative and amazing. Have a great day.